This is exercise 2.1, right? We have first question, solve the simultaneous linear equations in questions 1 till 3. You have to solve simultaneous linear equations in question 1 and 3. We are doing exercise 2.1. We are discussing question number 2 right now. There are two equations, 2x minus 3y and another one is 2x minus 3y is equal to 12 and 3x plus 4y is equal to 11. Is equal to 11. Now, for the easiest way is to make the same subject, the same variable subject from both the equations. So, what we can do, we can make y the subject or we can make x the subject. Now, I will suggest you to make y the subject because when you will make y the subject, then you will get the values of x first. But if you will make x the subject, then you will get y, the value of y first. So you will be getting the values in order if you will make y the subject. So I'll be making y the subject of the equation. Subject of the equation means that y is isolated and the rest of the things are on other side of the equation. As y is negative, it is minus 3y. So first of all, you have to make it positive. When you will take it on that side, it will become plus 3y, right? So, and 12 you have to take on this side so that you have this y positive, right? As we have to isolate this y, so first of all we have taken y on this side. As it was negative, so we have taken this on this side. In this case, y is already positive, so you don't need to take y term on that side. You will be taking x term on that side. Whichever term you will be taking on other side, the sign of that term is to be changed. So we have here 2x minus 12 is equal to 3y. We can write it as y is equal to, we can take this y on this side. Either you write on this side or you write on that side, it is same. So what we'll do, we'll write y on this side because whatever we make the subject, we write on left hand side. So y is to be written over here. You will do 2x minus 12 upon 3. So y is the subject in this equation now. Okay, now in this it will become y is equal to 11 minus 3x upon 4. Now both are the values of y. If we substitute this value of y over here or if we substitute this value of y over here, it is same. It means that we can equate y values. By equating, we'll have 2x minus 12 upon 3. This value of y is to be equated to this value of y. You might not have done these equations, simultaneous equations by this method. But I think this is an easiest way in which you make the same variable subject from both the equations and then you equate those. Now you will have to do cross multiplication. 3 is to be multiplied here. 3 is to be multiplied with this and 4 is to be multiplied with this, because whenever the denominators are there, we have to remove the denominators. So when you will multiply 4 by this, 4 will be multiplied by both of these. So this will become 8x minus 48 upon 3. Sorry, not upon. because we are taking 3 there. So this will become 33 minus 9x, right? So we have minus 9x here. We can take it on other side. So this will become 8x plus 9x is equal to 33 plus 48. Now 8, this will become 17x, and 33 plus 48 is to be 81, and x is equal to 81 upon 17, right? So 48 plus 3 is 51, right? And then x is equal to 51 upon 17. So 17 threes are 51. So we have got the value of x. Now once you have got the value of x, you have to take out the value of y as well. For that, you will substitute this value of x in any one of the equation. Either you substitute in this equation, you can substitute in this, you can substitute in this equation or in this equation. It will give you the same result because you have to find out the value of y, and x you have already taken out. So then we'll substitute here the value of x, 1 minus 3 into 3 upon 4. So we have 1 minus 9 upon 4. So we have minus 8 upon 4. So it is equal to minus 2. Now once it is done, whenever you are solving simultaneous equations, you have to write the answer in brackets, in coordinates form. The value of x first and then the value of y. So this is x and this is y. Order matters here. You have to always write x value first and then y value, right? So this is the way you have to solve simultaneous equations in two variables, and both the equations are linear equations, right? In exercise 2.1, all the equations are linear equations. You are solving simultaneous linear equations. These are easy to solve by equating method. You can make the subject y the subject, any of the variable subject. This is equation 1, and this is equation 2, and this one which you have made, you can say that equation 3, and this you can make an equation 4. And then you can write here by equating equation 3 and 4. Why I'm writing these in circle? So that it is clear that these are equation numbers. You can write in another way as well. You can write equation A, B, C, D, or you can write in Roman numerals so that they are clear. I have written in circle so that it is clear that these are not a part. These numbers are not a part of question. They are equation numbers. Yes. Okay. So, right. So let's see what is the next question. Okay. We have question number 4. When given the simultaneous equations 5x plus 2y is equal to 9, 3x plus 4y is equal to 8. A particular student gave the answer x is equal to 3 upon 2 and y is equal to 3 upon 4. without actually solving the questions. For checking the answer, what you can do, you can substitute these values, the values of x and y in both the equations, right? And then you will solve left hand side. If the left hand side and right hand side both are coming equal, it means that the value of x and y are correct. But in second equation as well, this is to be equal. When you will substitute x and y over here, then that will also be, that must be equal to 8. So whenever you are doing checking, you don't have to solve the equations again. You just have to substitute the values. Now I'll do it on the board and then you will understand clearly. We have here two equations. It's question number 4. We have here two equations, 5x. We have 5x plus 2y is equal to 9. And 3x plus 4y is equal to 8. So we have the value of x as 3 upon 2 and the value of y is 3 upon 4. Now in from question number 1 till 3, it was written solve the simultaneous equations. Whenever it is written solve the simultaneous equations, you have to solve, you have to make y the subject or x the subject and then equate those two. But when it is written that you have to the answers are already given and you have to do the checking, then you don't have to solve the equations again, right? So here answers are already given, we just have to check whether these answers are correct or not. So what we'll do, one time we will substitute the values of x and y in the first equation. So we just have to solve this side, right? We can cancel out this. 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4, and we have here 15 upon 2, and we have here 3 upon 2. We don't have to do anything to right hand side. So we have here 18 upon 2. We have here 9 is equal to 9, right? So we have, when we substitute it in first equation, it is satisfying the equation. Now we'll check in the second equation. In second equation, we'll substitute the value of x as 3 upon 2 plus 4 into 3 upon 4 and then is equal to 8. So we have here 9 upon 2 and here we have 3 because 4 and 4 would be cancelled out. Now we will take out LCM. It is 2 in the denominator, 9 plus 6. As we have 1 in the denominator here, so we will multiply it by 2 and this is also to be multiplied by 2. So we have here 15 upon 2. So it is 7.5 and 7.5 is not equal to 8. So we can write his answer is wrong or his answer is not correct. You have to write the answer statement in this. That answer must satisfy both the equations because we are solving equations simultaneously. When we are solving equations simultaneously, it means that both the equations are satisfied by the same values of x and y. So if they are not satisfying both the equations, it means that the answer is not correct. We don't have to do question number 7, right? Question number still 6 we have to do. Okay. Now in question number 5, it says the value of x is 2, 3 is the solution of the equations. They are saying that there are two equations, ax plus by is equal to 1 and ay minus bx is equal to 8. So the solution of these two equations is 2, 3, where the value of x is 2 and the value of y is 3. So what we have to do, first of all, we will substitute x as 2 in both the equations and y as 3 in both the equations. Then we will be having two equations in two variables. Right now there are two equations with 4 variables, a, b, x, y. Now when you will substitute the values of two variables, you will be left with two variables, a and b. Then you will be solving the equations in the same way as you have solved right now. So you have to, question number 5 is to be done in the same way as other questions have done. You just have to substitute the values of x and y, and that I'll be doing in question number 6 as well. But most of the time students get confused in question number 6, so I'm doing question number 6 on the board. So we have x, if x comma y is equal to p comma 3 is a solution of the equations, then you have to find the value of p and of q. There are two equations given in which there are 3 variables, x, y and q, and you have to, and the values of x is p. So in total there are 4 variables. So you have to take out the value of p and q. So let's see how we have to solve it. Question number 6. We have x comma y is equal to p comma 3. These are the two values given, and we have 3x plus 2y is equal to 6. And then x minus qy is equal to 2. So first of all, we will substitute these values of x and y in the equation. Now make sure when you are substituting the values, you have to substitute at correct place. Like here, x is given p. So in place of x, you will be substituting p. So it will become 3p. Plus the value of y is given as 3. So we will substitute 2 into 3 is equal to 6. Then second equation is x minus qy. In place of x, you will be substituting p, and in place of y, you have to substitute 3. So we have here 3p plus 6 is equal to 6, and here we have p minus 3q is equal to 6, is equal to 2. As it is given 2 here. So 2 here. Now 3p, we can take out the value of p from here because in this equation there is just one variable. So 3p is equal to 6 minus 6, and p is equal to 3p is equal to 0. So when you have to take out the value of p, it is to be p is equal to 0 divided by 3. So p is equal to 0. Now we have got the value of p as 0, so we will substitute over here. And then minus 3q is equal to 2, and q is equal to minus 2 upon 3. So we have got the value of PQ as 0, minus 2/3, right? In exercise 2.2, they are saying solve the pairs of simultaneous equations in questions 1 till 12. There are two equations given and you have to find these simultaneously, as you people have done in the previous exercise. But solving simultaneous equations when one is linear and one is non-linear is different from that, right? One thing is that you cannot make the variable which is 2 times in the equations, you cannot make that the sub. Exercise 2.2 and question number 1. We have y square minus 4x is equal to 0 and 2x plus y is equal to 4. Now, first of all, you have to find out which equation is linear and which one is non-linear. Now, if in the equation the power is higher, like in this equation power is 2, then you can easily write that this is non-linear equation. For non-linear, I'm writing NL, and this is equation 1 as well. And here this is linear equation, right? So this is equation 2. Whenever power is given, it is easy to find out which one is linear and which one is non-linear. When the power is 2, when power is more than 1, then it means that it is non-linear equation. But sometimes non-linear equations are there in which the power is not 2, right? The power is same 1. Now, how you will come to know that the equation is linear or not? The equation can be, the equation which is linear is to be in this form, y is equal to mx plus c form. One of the term is having only y, another term having x with any constant, and third term is having constant only, right? C is for constant. Now, in this equation, if you see y is this y, it has one term which has only y. There is another term which has only x, and there is one term constant, right? So this equation is linear equation which can be written in this form, y is equal to mx plus c. It has 3 terms. अगर आप 4 को इधर ले आएंगे तो ये -4 हो जाएगा, right? So it means the equation has 3 terms. So linear equation has 3 terms, one of x, one of y, and another one is constant term without any x and y value. Now, if I write this equation, 2x is equal to -1. Linear equation has 3 terms, right? But this equation has only 2 terms. One is 2xy and another one is -1. So this equation is not linear, right? So we have, this equation is non-linear equation because it is 2xy. In one term there are 2 variables x and y. But in linear equation, x and y must be in two separate terms, and terms are separated by plus or minus sign, not by multiplication. So it has only 2 terms, so that's why it is not a linear equation, right? So it is very important to find out whether the equation is linear or non-linear, right? So now what we have to do, we have to make one of the variables subject from one of the equation. So from equation 2, we will make y the subject, right? Because we have to always make subject from linear equation, right? So from linear equation, we have y is equal to 4 minus 2x, right? So we will take 2x on other side, y is positive, so it will remain here. We have got this equation. We can name this equation as equation 3. Now, we have to substitute this equation in equation 1. If you are making subject from equation 2, it is to be substituted in equation 1. If you will make subject from equation 1, then you have to substitute it in equation 2. So we will be substituting in this. So we will have 4 minus 2x. You see y has square, so this whole will have square on it. Then minus 4x is equal to 0. Now whenever we have a bracket and there is square on it, then you must have to remember that this is to be solved using identity. A minus b whole square is equal to a square minus 2ab plus b square. So do not write identity in between the working. If you want to write it, then write it on one side, because within the working all the steps to be in continuation, right? So you can write here the sentence that substitute equation 3 in equation 1. So we have here we will be applying identity here. According to this, we have to take the square of first term. Square of first term here is 16. You must know how to do directly now. And if you are unable to do it directly, you can solve it here, or you can write here the step. Okay, I'm writing over here the step so that you don't get confused. 4 whole square, then minus 2x whole square, minus 2 into 4. 2ab we have, 2 minus 2 we have written, then we'll write the value of a and the value of b, these to be multiplied, right? We will not be taking the value of b as minus 2x. We have a minus b whole square. This minus sign is over here, so we don't have to write with b. Don't do that mistake, right? Then plus 2x and then whole square. Minus 4x is equal to 0. You can do directly this step as well, which I'm doing right now. 4 square is 16. You can write directly 16. Minus, you will multiply these two terms by 2. So we have 2 4s are 8, 8 2s are 16, 16x plus 4x square minus 4x is equal to 0. So we will have four x square minus 16x and minus 4x will give minus 20x and plus 16. Now, as these numbers are bigger numbers, so we can simplify this equation by taking 4 as common. Or simply divide the whole equation by 4. It is same. When you will divide the whole equation by 4, Then 4, if you are taking 4 as common or you are dividing equation by 4, it will become x square. It will become 4 5s are 20, so minus 5x, and 4 4s are 16. So when you will take this 4 on other side, this will become 0 divided by 4. And 0 divided by 4 is 0. Now this is quadratic equation. Whenever you will be solving linear and non-linear equation, you will be getting quadratic equation, right? So now you have to solve this. You have to make factors of 4. So factors of 4 are 4 and 1 or 2 or 2. If you will take 2 and 2, it will when you will add, it will give 4. If you will subtract, it will give 0. But 4 and 1 will give 5. So we will be taking minus 4 and x, and minus x plus 4 is equal to 0. Then we have x minus 4, minus 1 is common, and x minus 4. So we have x minus 1 and we have x minus 4. So then you will equate each factor to 0. So we have x is equal to 1 and we have x is equal to 4. So there are two values of x we have got. X is equal to 1 and x is equal to 4. So we have y is equal to 4 minus 2x. This was the third equation we took out. Now what we'll do, we'll substitute the values of x in this equation. One time we will substitute 1 and another time we will substitute 4. Now it's better if you do, if x is equal to 1 is here, do the working below it. X is equal to 4, below the working here. Don't do the working vertically. इन दोनों को अगर आप opposite इस तरह से करके करेंगे ना, then it will be easier for you as well. 4 minus 2 is 2, so the value of y is 2. Y is equal to 4 minus 8, so y is equal to minus 4. So we have two coordinates 1 comma 2 and we have 4 comma minus 4. So we have got, whenever you will solve simultaneous linear and a non-linear equation, we write x value here and we write y value here. We write x value and corresponding y value. When we have x1, we substituted here, we get the value of y as 2, so 1 comma 2. We have taken x value is 4, when we substituted, we got y value minus 4, so that's why we have written 4 comma minus 4. So this is correct, right? Now I'm just discussing question number 2 and 3, because 2 and 3 you have to do as homework. Just 1 minute is left and then you will leave the class. X plus y is equal to 2, 2x squared plus xy plus 1. You will make x or y the subject from this linear equation, and it's better if you make y the subject because you will be getting x value first. So in this you will make y the subject, x will go there, so it will become 2 minus x, and then you will substitute here and then you will solve it, right? And in this question number 3 as well, you have to make y the subject from linear equation. First one is linear and then you will substitute in other equation.